The fans at the Annika Pro-Am did more than simply applaud when that 47-foot birdie putt eventually fell on the back nine. For a moment, they were silent as they took in what they had just seen. Because a golf world record that had been unbeaten for years was just destroyed by Caitlyn Clark, the woman who has already changed basketball history. And Tiger Woods himself broke his silence to reply within a day. Nor flattering remarks, nor generic congrats. The most closely watched player in golf history, Tiger Woods, publicly admitted what everyone was already aware of. This was not a famous person playing golf. This was an example of transferable brilliance in surgery. The score was 61 on the scorecard, the lowest rating that a non-professional female participant in an approved program event ever recorded. A Guinness World Record was broken. The headlines won't tell you this, though. There is much more to this performance than just one amazing round. It reveals the championship DNA blueprint. On a completely different battlefield, the same mental architecture that made Caitlyn Clark unstoppable on a basketball floor is now in control. And click the like button immediately if you think the spectacle's backstory is truly important. It indicates that you are interested in the entire study rather than just the flimsy hype. Let's cut through the clutter and look at what actually took place on the track. Because many of you have been claiming for months that Caitlyn's athletic prowess goes beyond basketball and that her court vision, spatial awareness, and capacity to perform under intense pressure aren't basketball-related abilities. These are the skills of elite athletes. As it happens, you were right. The events at the Annika Pro-Am were not just remarkable for a basketball player attempting to play golf. The golf legends who saw it firsthand attested to the fact that it was world-class by all standards. They're still having trouble coming up with the appropriate terms. However, you must first comprehend who Caitlyn Clark becomes in front of the cameras before we analyze the record-breaking round itself. Don't roll. Because this golf performance wasn't unexpected. Weekends weren't just about AOU competitions and basketball camps. When I was growing up in West Des Moines, Iowa, Caitlyn and her brothers were frequently taken to the course by her father, Brent Clark, who is an ardent golfer. Before turning 10, she hired a driver. Additionally, family interviews revealed that she was fixated on her swing in the same manner that she would go on to dominate basketball. Caitlyn disclosed something crucial in a previous interview. "I loved how golf challenged me," she remarked. Mentally, It's the elements, the ball, and you alone. No shot clock, no defense, only concentration. Go beyond the obvious. That isn't conversation about recreational hobbies. That is identical. Mental toughness that enables her to drain. Using 5 defenders to make game-winning threes. 20,000 fans yelling as it collapsed. The capacity to ignore anything, aside from execution. That isn't basketball. DNA. Championship DNA is that, and it translates. During her seasons at Iowa that broke records, she'd appear discreetly at golf events for charitable causes. Her swing wasn't casual, as fans saw. It was strong, fluid, and technically exact, the type of professional. Coaches strived for perfection for decades. When she was a rookie in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever, golf turned into her mental escape the constant scrutiny of the media. However, she brought it to the Annika Pro-Am, and a different level. Let's now discuss about what the Annika Pro-Am. Actually, it's because context is important. In this place, this isn't a casual celebrity golf outing where trophies for participation are given out in honor of Annika Pro-Am, one of the all-time greats in golf with 72 LPGA victories and 10 significant titles. This professional golfers are paired with prominent athletes and celebrities for charitable purposes. The most famous twist all participants wanted to survive 18 holes without being completely humiliated. Not only did Caitlyn Clark make it through, the entire script was rewritten. First cup of tea. For personality, the audience turned out. Selfies were what they desired. The show was what they desired. They were hoping that basketball royalty would try something new. However, the entire energy changed after 9 holes. This was no longer entertainment. This was a real-time masterclass. Caitlyn completely bombed a drive that landed only 10 yards short of the green on hole 7, a 347-yard par 4.
Give that some thought.
A 337-yard rocket with ideal roll and trajectory. Commentators were unable to contain their disbelief. This isn't just impressive for a basketball star, one person stated on television. This golf swing is truly exceptional. Every feature, including the distance, control, and technical execution, shouted one thing. Thousands of hours of focused practice that no one was aware of. She had only just begun. Caitlyn hit that legendary 47-foot birdie putt on the back 9, curving like one of her trademark deep three-pointers. The audience erupted. The world's top female golfer, Nelly Korda, and major champion Brooke Henderson, who were Caitlyn's playing partners that day, shouted, "Let's go, Caitlyn," across the course. These women, who have dedicated their entire lives to mastering golf, were genuinely shocked. "We're watching her sink putts from distances we struggle with," Nelly Korda later remarked. "And she's approaching it like a warm-up on Tuesday morning." After that 47-foot putt, Annika Pro-Am, the host and a member of golf aristocracy, came over and said something amazing. "You simply made it appear far too simple." Not courteous celebrity endorsements. From one tale to another, that is acknowledgement. When Caitlyn Clark's round was over, the scorecard revealed a surprising tale. 61 points. Not only the lowest for a celebrity participant in the event's history. The official Guinness World Record for the lowest score in an authorized Pro-Am event by a female non-professional. Obliterated. However, this is where things become even more intriguing. Not only did that performance shatter records, it started a quantifiable cultural change that is still taking place. The LPGA's social media platforms gained almost 300,000 new followers in the 48 hours following her world record round. Record numbers of people watched the Annika Pro-Am rerun on Golf Channel. Perhaps most importantly, a wave of younger fans, particularly young women, started showing an interest in golf all of a sudden. Caitlyn Clark is directly cited by many as the cause. "I started watching golf just because Caitlyn played," a fan wrote on Twitter. "I'm truly addicted now. Caitlyn makes golf feel cool, like I actually want to," someone else commented. "Grab a club." Here, making the connections shows something significant. Caitlyn Clark is not limited to her dominance in individual sports. She changes whole landscapes. TV ratings, retail sales, basketball attendance records, and now golf's appeal. Everything she comes into contact with develops into a cultural movement. And please leave a comment now before we continue. Which sport Caitlyn should try next? Because the options seem endless based on what we've seen. These investigations are motivated by your involvement, and we are interested in your thoughts. It is now referred to by analysts as the Caitlyn Clark effect, an established phenomenon in which her presence takes entire leagues and events to new heights. It's not hype from celebrities. The influence is quantifiable. It's even been openly acknowledged by LPGA insiders. "We've never seen engagement numbers like this from a single participant," one source told reporters. She attracted a whole new audience for women's golf in general as well as for Caitlyn Clark's material. That's the distinction between a cultural force and a star. Stars are brilliant. The entire terrain is reshaped by forces. However, let's discuss what transpired following the conclusion of the round. Because the story becomes much more captivating at that point. Legends from a variety of sports responded instantly to news of Caitlyn's world record in golf. Unanimous. In a thorough interview, Nelly Korda, the top female golfer in the world right now, stated, "Caitlyn's swing has pure rhythm, incredible strength, and this eerie calm. She could actually compete at a high level, but I'm not saying she should become pro. That is not courteous, media-trained compliments. That is an accurate technical assessment from a person who can spot exceptional performance." Annika Pro-Am went one step further and described Caitlyn's performance as a masterclass in concentration and flexibility under duress. Focus, flexibility, and those particular adjectives come to mind. These are more than just golfing abilities. These are the same attributes that made Caitlyn the most influential WNBA rookie in history and the most dominant college basketball player in history. Excellence is not limited to just one sport. It can be transferred. It takes the same mental architecture to drain a 47-foot putt in front of thousands of spectators as it does to sink a game-winning three with 5 defenders collapsing. The response from the basketball community was as forceful. The 4-time champion and WNBA star Sue Bird tweeted, "She's literally rewriting record books in another sport now." This is inconceivable. Steph Curry, who runs an annual charity tournament and is well known for his serious golf skills, made the following public comment: "I see. Caitlyn, you. Greetings from the basketball golf crossover group." Curry, however, didn't end there. Fans flocked to the comment sections as soon as he personally asked her to his upcoming charity golf game, offering a mixed team structure. The notion of two of basketball's best shooters, Curry and Clark, competing on a golf course. That is a television appointment that is just waiting to happen. The answer that altered everything then arrived. Even Tiger Woods offered his opinion, not by means of a publicist or a general declaration. "Athleticism and focus like that transcend sports," Tiger wrote in a direct post. "Caitlyn Clark deserves congratulations for a fantastic round." Tiger Woods, when the most renowned and scrutinized golfer in contemporary history publicly recognizes your play, you've formally reached a new level of recognition. Celebrity civility was not what this was. Athletes from different generations respected this. This is where things start to become pretty interesting. Major golf brands are reportedly circling Caitlyn for possible partnership deals, according to a number of sources. The breadcrumbs point in the direction of something important, but we're heading into rumor area here. If these rumors are true, Caitlyn Clark might be the first athlete in contemporary history with significant endorsement agreements involving golf and basketball at the same time. The business ramifications alone are astounding, but more significantly, it reflects a deeper understanding of how athletic brilliance is valued and acknowledged in 2024. Let's take a closer look at the larger pattern that is developing here. Caitlyn's brilliance extends beyond a single court, league, or sport. When the mental basis is solid enough, excellence is truly transportable. Under tight scrutiny, she drains a 47-foot putt with the same clutch poise that enables her to make game-winning threes in front of hostile fans. Her ability to read greens and calculate wind angles is closely related to the same spatial awareness that enables her thread to make impossible passes through traffic. Her world record golf round was the result of the same meticulous preparation that made her a legendary collegiate basketball player. When you realized months ago that basketball was insufficient to restrict Caitlyn's athletic prowess, you were right. Her capacity to elevate everything around her, her court vision, and her ability to make decisions under duress. These characteristics aren't unique to basketball. These are the characteristics of a once-in-a-generation athlete who performs very well at the basic level. The sport is merely a means to an end. The quality is shared by all. Caitlyn revealed something to media following her record-breaking round. "I just wanted to have fun out there," she stated. "I can unwind and take a mental vacation when I play golf, but my inner competitor never completely disappears." There, read between the lines. Authenticity is that. Regardless of the arena, whether it's basketball, golf, or anything else, that person truly enjoys competition in its purest form. She has an innate will to succeed. This moment's cultural influence goes well beyond a single outstanding scorecard. Young athletes are picking up important lessons from watching Caitlyn Clark. There is little doubt that achievement in one area can translate to excellence in another when the foundation is properly constructed. Mental toughness, methodical planning, and a sincere desire to do better. Regardless of the particular difficulty, these attributes lead to success. Caitlyn is doing more than simply shattering records. She is redefining what is achievable when exceptional skill and a strong work ethic come together in a variety of fields. What comes next, then? What additional boundaries is Caitlyn Clark going to destroy if she can simultaneously revolutionize professional basketball and break a golf world record in what is effectively her free time? There is already a lot of conjecture. Will she participate in additional elite golf tournaments? Will there be more sports leagues? Getting her to participate in exhibitions? Will she venture into completely uncharted athletic territory? The world is undoubtedly observing. and there have never been more expectations. This narrative is far from finished, and the next episode may be even more surprising than this one. So if you want to keep up with every development in the Caitlyn Clark phenomenon, you must subscribe and push the notification bell immediately. Every advancement, record, and cultural change she produces is being monitored. In the following video, we'll look at how the WNBA is reacting to Caitlyn's growing impact outside of basketball and why some league insiders are secretly worried regarding the implications for the league's future. That analysis is something you won't want to miss. There is no stopping down of the Caitlyn Clark era. It's speeding into uncharted territory. This is the result of combining championship DNA with boundless potential. This is the real-time manifestation of transferable greatness.